Good evening, students.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening,
Good
sir.
evening, sir.
Where is?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
sir.
Now, write few questions
Good
for
evening,
home.
sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Happy
Right.
Friendship Day, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Same to you. See here. Write a question for homework on range. One or two question write down. Find. Have you done the previous homework sum of range? Find range of.
Yes, sir.
This is like competitive question only. This little tough also. So find the range of this function. Here bracket means greatest integer function, and this flower bracket means fractional part is GIF, greatest integer function and fractional part function. Fractional part function respectively. A little tough sum this is. Two sums only I'll give. This is first one. Second one, find
Sir,
the
this question is applicable for all of us.
competitive, only competitive students, not for boards. They will not ask in boards. Find the range of those people who are preparing for any engineering entrance
Sir,
exam.
sir.
It is applicable.
Sir, so can you give a few separate questions for us board people so that we can practice?
Yeah. Now, right now I don't have.
Okay, sir, anytime. I'm just informing you.
I will give you. And do you not have RD Sharma? That is more than enough. Try for RD Sharma.
Sir, we already finished the range and domain part from there. It was pretty
so
basic, like
that much
too
only
easy.
will come. In that much only will come for boards. I told you before only. NCRT miscellaneous to some extent RD Sharma. Like sir is telling, if you are too much interested, means you can do level 1 of Arihant if sir will provide.
Level 1 of what, sir?
Like sir will provide PDF from Arihant book. Arihant.
Okay. Okay.
You can do that much. Otherwise, it is enough for boards and all. No need of more sums. You can focus on your
Sir, the thing
subject
is that,
biology.
the thing is that you have been giving all types of questions, tough questions. So these questions have become easy for us.
That is the reason now.
Yeah.
Where is if you do tough sum, then easy other sums will become quite simple. So do these sums, not now. Try it. If you want, I can do it some other day. Now coming to our regular class, I am starting mathematical induction. So
Sir, before that,
as you know that, tell me.
yesterday we were plotting some graphs for a
That was not over.
doubt question. Can
Not
we
able to
discuss
do.
that? Like I understood, but I want to create one more discussion, sir.
What was the one question
for
which we are
some-
discussing yesterday? Other people can also understand. What was the question? 10x is equal. Tell me, find the number of solution of. Find the number of solution of which function, student?
Of the
10x
equation,
is of the equation.
Three x plus 2 tan x.
2 tan x is equal to 5 pi by 2. I think 5 pi by.
Yes, sir. This is the question.
5. Is it 5
Yes,
pi by
sir.
2?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
this find the number of solution. I think this homework sum you have copied. Now what happened? I will do this sum again. Shall I erase the board? GIF, greatest integer function. Now what happens, student? See here, how to do number of solution. I have told you whenever they ask number of solution or they give us two types of function, so we have to draw the graph and complete the sum. So I took 3x on the right side. So it becomes 5 pi by 2 minus 3x. I will take this 2 also. Yesterday we didn't took, but now I will take 10x is equal to 2 into will become divide. 5 pi by 4 minus 3 by 2x. So now what happens, student? There are two functions. One function is on left hand side, other function is on right hand side. So left hand side function is y is equal to 10x. Right hand side function is y is equal to 5 pi by 4 minus 3 by 2x. Student, focus on the function which is on right side. It is a linear function. Means degree is 1. Any first degree equation in x and y always represent a straight line. So second equation is representing a straight line. If we plot the graph, we will get a straight line. To draw the straight line, minimum we need 2 points. We need 2 points to
Two
draw a straight
solutions.
line, minimum. So now we will find 2 points to draw this straight line. So we'll put x is equal to 0 in this equation. Put x is equal to 0. How much will be y?
5 pi by 4.
Then y is equal to 5 pi by 4. So what is the coordinate? Coordinate is 0 comma 5 pi by 4. This is one point lying on the line. To find another point, I will put y is equal to 0. This is a basic method to plot a line. One time put x is equal to 0, one time put y is equal to 0. If you put y is 0 here, what will be
10
x?
pi by 12.
So
10
x
pi
will
by
be,
12.
can I do directly or not understand? It will be x is equal to, okay, 5 pi by 4 minus 3 by 2x, y is 0, 0. So 5 pi by 4, 3 by 2x will go other side. I want only x. So it will be how much, student? Y is 0, x is
10 pi by 12.
5 pi by 6. It will get 2
Sir,
and 4
no,
will
sir,
get
it will be
2 and 4 will get cancelled. 3 will come from numerator. 5 pi by 6.
yes, sir.
So now we have one more point, 5 pi by 6 comma 0. So there are 2 points. One is 0 comma 5 pi by 4, 5 pi by 6 comma 0. With the help of 2 points, I can plot a line.
Can't we,
Listening, tell.
but if we get one more point, it will become more relevant, sir. Like you can get how many number of solutions exactly.
Yeah, if some confusion is that, we can again go and find one more point. But let us try by this two, then we will see. If it is not working, means we can go for other one. So now actually they have told one more thing in the question. You have not told. They want number of solution in have they given us some interval?
0 to 2 pi, sir.
0 to 2 pi open bracket. In this interval only we want. So we
Yes,
want to plot from 0 to 2 pi. So suppose this is our graph. I will plot y-axis, x-axis already I plotted. This is 0 radian. This is pi by 2 radian. Then it is 2 pi, 3 pi by 2. Oh no, 2 pi no. Pi by 2 pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. Only I have to analyze in this only. Let us draw one more. On the left side it will be minus pi by 2. You know how to plot the graph of 10x. 10x means 10x is not defined at pi by 2, 3 pi by 2. So at those points we should draw asymptotes. So I will draw
Asymptote.
asymptotes in order to plot the graph of 10x. At pi by 2 I will draw one asymptotes. At 3 pi by 2 I will draw one asymptote. And minus pi by 2 also I will draw asymptote, because at those points 10x will become infinity or minus infinity. Then I will plot the graph. Already we know how to plot the graph of 10x. It will be like somewhat this way. Rough diagram only they want from us. So this way only. And again, here also if you want, you can write 2 pi, then 5 pi by 2. There's no need here, but we can do like this way. So the graph will be here like this way. But we have to analyze from 0 to pi. Now this point where it lies, student, 0 comma 5 pi by 4. Pi by 4 is 45 degree. 45 into 5 is how much? Is it 225?
Yes, sir.
So 0 comma 225 they are saying basically. 0 comma 225. Where it will be 0 comma 225 will be very up high. Suppose I say here, but it will be more up. 0 comma 225. 5 pi by 4. But student here 5 pi by 6 comma 0. Pi by
So we
6.
cannot see that like down part of the board.
And no need also, I think. Down part means from where you cannot see. This lines you cannot see now. That much only now.
Yes, sir.
Lines
Oh,
only you
yeah.
cannot see.
Okay.
Other things you can see. Nothing I wrote. Lines only na student.
Okay,
Now,
okay.
this is 0 comma 5 pi by 4. I will write neatly if you want. 0 comma 5 pi by 4. Student, one more point was there to plot line. That was 5 pi by 6 comma 0. Pi by 6 means 180 by 6. That is 30. 30 into 5, 150. So where is 150 radian?
So very close to
5
pi.
pi by 6, 150 degree. So this is 180 and 150 will be somewhere here. So this point is 5 pi by 6 comma 0. Okay. By help of scale, join these 2 points. Join it. And then straight line don't have any endpoint. So extend it further. But I am only interested till 2 pi. So even if the graph is not visible down, apply your mind and tell me this straight line and 10x graph, at how many points they are intersecting between 0 to 2 pi. Start from 0.
So 3.
Start from 0.
3.
1, it has intersected at this point, both the graph. Where the curve intersect, that is only the root, that is only the solution. Here 1, they have intersected. Suppose this point is A. One more time, this point they are intersecting, B. And 2 pi will end here only, see. So here there is no branch. So at down, I think this point is not visible, but here it will be C. 3 points only they are intersecting, because we have to confine our analysis till 2 pi only. So till 0 to 2 pi, the straight line and the 10x graph will intersect only at 3 points. So number of solution is 3. Plot this graph separately. 10x graph you plot from 0 to 2 pi. And this is straight line, plot that. To plot straight line, we need 2 points. Search 2 points. One time put x is equal to 0. One time put y is equal to 0. You will get 2 lines, 2 points. Join those 2 points, extend it, and see how many times the curves are intersecting. Keshav, you are saying that we need 1 more point. I think this is enough, na boy. Why 1 more point?
Enough, sir. But
Enough.
I
2 points
feel-
enough. I told before only. Any other
Yes.
people have some other doubt can ask me. We have done this some yesterday, not completely, but I guided you how to do.
Sir,
Where is this
did
question
you
from?
teach anything new yesterday?
No, this only. I attended doubts. I think one more girl is
Sir,
asking something. Tell me.
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. I'm just asking, where is this question from?
This question from PDF, what sir has provided
PDF.
Okay.
from label 1 or label
Got
2.
it, got
something.
it.
Sir, don't
Yeah.
rub it now, please.
Okay,
We'll
now
copy it
very
down.
quickly we have to start mathematical induction. Now student, what is mathematical induction?
Excuse me, sir. Before you start, sir, there are a few NEET and both students here, so we'll be only attending the basic chapter. According to sir, we just asked him.
Huh.
So whenever the topics go a bit complicated, could you please tell us?
Yes. Now what I will do, student, I will start mathematical induction and I will complete entire exercise of the textbook
NCERT.
first. Once NCERT will get over now, you think that is concerned to this chapter. Once I will complete the NCERT of mathematical induction, you assume that it is over for boards. And it is not big chapter, small chapter only. So only NCERT for this chapter is meant for you people. Based on this MCQ also very less, so don't worry. Only NCERT you focus. I will start NCERT only. So I will again remind you that no need of attending class. Actually, if you not preparing for competitive and you want to leave, you can skip now also. But suppose you want something basic, it is very simple chapter. If you want, you can attend. I will teach you. But only for NCERT you focus. At least for this chapter, only NCERT is more than enough.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
now we will start the chapter. What is mathematical induction? Student, mathematical induction is a indirect method to prove some theorem. I'll tell very slowly. Mathematical induction is a method to prove indirectly some theorem or to establish the validity of certain formula involving positive integer n. Student, it is not the first time that we are proving something. We have in lower class also proved the theorem, prove some formula. We have done, but those methods were direct method. How do we prove a theorem? So some help they will give in the theorem, some information they will give, and some information they will tell us to find. So directly we will solve it. Or some formula also will start from left hand side and proof it is equal to right hand side. That is the method of proof. But here nothing we are going to of that side. Means that will not do. It is an indirect method of proof. And mathematical induction is only used to prove those theorem or those formula in which only natural number is present. If natural number is not present, we cannot use this formula. Keep in mind, cannot use this method. Mathematical induction is only used to prove those theorem or prove those formula in which natural number is involved, positive integer is involved. These two things you keep in mind. Next, I will give some theory for this so that it will be a little convenient for you people. Write down mathematical induction. Write down mathematical induction chapter name. Mathematical induction is the process. What is mathematical induction? Mathematical induction is the process of proving certain theorem, not all theorem, certain theorem. Again, I'm telling it is an indirect method of proof. Mathematical induction is the process of proving certain theorem or establishing the validity of certain formula, not all formula. We can prove that certain formulas are correct. Establishing the validity of certain formula. Which formulas, which theorem, in which positive integer n is involved. Certain formula involving positive integer n. Positive integer n. Only those formula, only those theorem we can prove in which positive integer n is involved, natural number is involved. This you should keep in mind. But then also we understood actually which theorem to prove, which formula to prove using mathematical induction. But how to prove, that is important now. The method of mathematical induction is as follows. I will prove you, I will explain you how to prove a sum, a quotient by mathematical induction. Student, it is very simple actually. And one more thing is there. Only one method is there, very solid method. By that method, you have to do each and every sum, and there is no twist also. So one method you remember, each and every sum has to be done by that method. Chapter over. Understand the method. I will do 2-3 sums, then you can understand the method.
Is that method applicable for all the sums?
All
Like
the
even
sum,
JEE?
all the sum. JEE no. JEE means we can do from option. You will understand slowly. At least from boards, all the sums same method. So 1 or 2 sums, two sums I will do. You will understand. But how to prove by mathematical induction? Very simple. Shall I erase the board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, how to prove a theorem or a formula using mathematical induction? So write down. Suppose we want to establish, suppose our work is to establish the validity of certain formula. Suppose the question is establish the validity of certain formula. Say P of n. Whichever theorem they will tell us to prove, whichever formula they will tell us to establish, assume as P of n. That is the first step. Assume that formula or theorem as P of n. Where what is n, student? What is n?
Natural number.
Natural number, positive integer, natural number, where n is a positive integer. Okay. First step is assume the theorem, assume the formula as P of n, where n is positive integer. Prove that P of n. What is P of n? P of n is the formula. P of n is the theorem. P of n is the statement which we want to prove.
So
Prove
what
that,
is P?
P means name.
Okay.
Prove that P of n, that statement.
So can P be a constant?
No, P means name, student. Name only, name. Whatever
Sir,
formula,
P
whatever
means
form,
f
you
of
will
x,
understand when we
sir.
do the sum, student. Name of the formula is P of n. Name of the theorem is P of n. Whatever we are proving, we assume as P of n. Ha, Bhushan, tell
Is
me.
it
It
like
is nothing like function, right?
No, no. So prove that P of n is true. Is true. Is true means is correct. Is true. Is correct for n is equal to 1. This is the second step, or this is the main first step. What is the main first step or first step? The theorem. See, you will understand only when we do the sum, so don't get panic if you don't understand now fully. Prove that the theorem, but chapter is very simple. Prove that the theorem or the formula which we are proving is correct, is true for n is equal to 1. When for n is equal to 1, the theorem is correct, the formula is correct. That we have to prove first. Then we have to assume. Then assume that P of n. Assume that the theorem, the formula is true, is correct for n is equal to k. That is P of n is k means what it becomes? P of n is k means what
P
it
of
becomes?
k.
P of k is true, where k is some positive integer, some positive integer. Student, first we have to prove, it is our work to prove the theorem, the formula P of n is true for n is equal to 1. Then we have to assume that the formula is true for some positive integer n is equal to k. Then using this, okay, next step, what is the last step? We have to prove, again we have to prove, then we have to prove P of n or P of k plus 1 is true. P of, then we have to prove that P of n is true for n is equal to k plus 1. That is, P of k plus 1 is true by some, how to prove? By some mathematical logic. Some logic. This logic will change. Only 3 steps are there. Assume the theorem, the formula which we have to prove as P of n. First step, prove P of n is true when n is equal to 1. Then assume that P of n is true for some positive integer k. This we have to assume P of k is true. We have to assume with the help of P of k is true, we have to prove that P of k plus 1 is true. If we prove this much, then we can say the theorem, the formula is true for all positive integer n. That much only. If we do this much, we can say the theorem is true for all integer, all natural number. For all positive integer, the theorem is true. But how we can say it is true for all natural number? Okay, I'll tell you that also. Copy down.
So,
so here P is capital, right?
Capital. Tell me, Bhushan.
sir, P of k plus 1 will have even P of k also, right?
P of k is different. P of k plus 1 is different. Okay. Now I will repeat once again. Whichever theorem, now it is looking difficult, I know, but the chapter is really very simple. When we do the sum, you will understand. Assume the theorem, the formula which we have to prove as P of n. First step, prove P of n is correct, true for n is equal to 1. Then assume that P of n is correct, true for n is equal to k. P of k is true. With the help of the assumption that P of k is true, we have to prove that P of k plus 1 is true. If you do that much, you can say the given statement P of n, the given theorem, the given formula P of n is true for all natural number over quotient. But how we can say that, I'm telling you. Okay. Then we can say, then we can say that P of n is true for all n belong natural number. But how can we say the P of n is true for all natural number? That I have to explain. Very simple. Okay. Write down. The argument is as follow. How we can say the argument? The reasoning is as follow. The argument is as follows. I will tell you how we can say the given theorem, the given formula is true for all natural number. I will tell you. Student, what we have done till now? By assuming that P of k is correct, is true. We have assumed P of k is true. By assuming that P of k is true, we have proved that P of k plus 1 is true. Correct? We have done that. By assuming that the given statement is true for n is equal to k, we have proved that the given statement is true for n is equal to k plus 1. This means what? This means whenever P of k is true, then P of k plus 1 must be true. Okay, this is very important. Whenever P of k is true, then P of k plus 1 must be true. Now stop writing and pay attention. In the beginning, what was the first step? Already we have proved that, hey, what was the first step, student?
We have to prove P of n is equal to 1 in P of n.
Already we have proved that P of 1 is true. Correct na? In the beginning we have proved that only na. Now see here. Whenever P of k is true, that implies P of k plus 1 is true. What is the relation between k and k plus 1? K plus 1 is the next natural number of k.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So P of k is true means P of k plus 1 is true. Already in the beginning what we proved, P of 1 is true. P of 1 is true means what it implies? Implies
2
1 plus 1, that is P of 2 is
true.
True. Now P of 2 is true na?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then what it implies?
Yes, sir.
What it implies?
P of 3 is true.
P of 2 plus
So-
1, that is P of 3 is true. Now P of 3 is true means what it implies?
P of 4 is
See,
true.
so
Sir,
beautiful
it'll be-
method is this. Only prove this much, then see, already we know P of 1 is true. P of 1 is true means P of 2 is true. P of 2 is true means P of 3 is true. P of 3 is true means P of 4 is true. This means it is true for all natural number. Is it or is it not?
Yes, sir.
P of 2 plus 1, that is P of 3 is true, and so on. Correct? Na? Analyze it. This is very important. Whenever P of k is correct, then P of k plus 1 is correct. In the beginning only we told P of 1 is true. So by this logic, k and k plus 1 means next integer. This means the theorem is true for n is equal to 1. Then theorem is also true for n is equal to 2, the next one. Once the theorem is true for n is equal to 2, the theorem is also true for n is equal to 3. When it is true for n is equal to 3, so it's also true for n is equal to 4. So this way we can continue till how much we want, and we can say the theorem is true for all natural number, or P of n is true for all n belong natural number. Some of you can ask some doubt if you have, but mainly you will understand when we do the sum. Ask some doubt if you have. People, you can ask something. Shall I repeat once again?
So
Tell
can we
some.
solve sums, then
Huh.
we'll understand better.
Now
Sir, I have a doubt.
tell me.
Sir, in the previous, the writing part which you gave previously and then you rubbed it, you
Yeah.
first gave the statement that n is equal to 1.
That we have to
And-
prove.
And the next line was n is equal to k, and
Assume.
k is some
No, we have to
integer.
assume that P of n is true for n is equal to k. Did you not write assume?
Sir, I wrote. I'm just asking.
No problem. I'm not scolding student. You can ask. Ask.
Yeah. So you told n is equal to 1, and then
First prove that the statement is true for n is equal to 1. Then assume that the statement is true for n is equal to k. With the help of that, prove that the statement is true for n is equal to k plus 1.
okay. Yeah, got it.
So that when we are proving that n is equal to k, are we saying that
No, we are not proving
is
n
a
is equal to.
constant?
We are not proving,
Assuming.
Just assume.
So we are assuming that k is a constant.
K is a
So
any.
is k is also equal to 1 because n is equal to 1, right?
So we say na k. Did I not give you k is any positive integer?
Yes, sir. But k is equal to 1, right? So how can k be any positive
Sir,
integer?
K is other than 1. K is other than 1.
So k is not equal to n.
No, journal we are studying a student.
Oh, sir. So like p of n is something, and we have to prove
Sir,
that is equal to a constant
just tell
value
like
k.
this, k is anything.
K is some integer. We don't know. K is some natural number. We don't know
Some
any.
Yeah,
positive.
that's
Or
what.
else you
That's what.
solve one
integer.
sum, sir. It'll be
Okay, so okay, so anything else you people want to ask? You can ask me. Ask me. Okay. So now there is no need to write so big. The entire thing I will write in short. Conclusion. So in short we can write. In short we can write. We can write. We can write. What we can write? First step is what in short? First step, prove that. What is first step? Prove that P of 1 is true. Correct, na? First step. Second step, P of k is true implies P of k plus 1 is true. This much only enough. Prove that P of 1 is true. P of k is true. That implies P of k plus 1 is true. Then P of n is true, correct for all n belong natural number. Now we will do sums. The entire thing I have written in 3 steps, this much only. That was the explanation, student. We have to explain a lot, that much, then only you can understand. Okay, now we will do a sum, very simple sum. I will do first. That sum I think is not there in NCERT, but very simple sum. It is easier than NCERT sum also. Shall I write the sum? Or you want to ask something?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
yes, sir.
So why we use mathematical induction? Mathematical induction is an indirect method to prove some theorem or to establish the validity of certain formula. Proof by mathematical induction. They will tell like this way in the board, in the school exam. Mathematical induction. Proof by mathematical induction that. And mathematical induction we can prove only those theorem in which natural number is present, not anywhere. Prove that 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus n. How much, student? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus.
N into n plus 1 by 2.
But do you know how this result comes? How you know this is the only the answer? Anybody know? So now we will prove this result by mathematical
Induction.
Induction.
I told na, we have to establish the validity of the formula by mathematics. Now see how I do. Nobody will write 2 or 3 sum, you understand. All sums are same. Answer. But sums are lengthy only. Answer. Tell me what is the first step?
Sir, should we write or not?
No, later. So what is the first step? Assume
That
the
P
This will
of
be equal
1
to
is
P of n.
no. Assume the given theorem or the statement which you want to prove as P of n. Let P of n colon this full 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus n. This we have to prove. Whatever we have to prove, we assume as P of n. Till now, anybody has doubt? Tell yes or no. Then I can
Sir,
proceed.
I have
No,
a
sir.
doubt. It might be stupid, but can't we like there you have the formula is n into n plus 1 by 2. Can it not simply be n plus 1? It might be wrong. I
This
just
is
have a
correct
doubt.
formula only na.
No, yeah, I know that is correct. I'm just asking, can the formula be simply n plus 1?
Then we will not get correct
Work.
answer now. That is wrong answer
Okay.
now.
Okay, okay.
The formula is
So this
actually,
formula will be given with the question.
this formula,
Oh, okay.
prove this formula. That is the question.
Okay, okay, okay.
And not only this formula will be given, as a mathematics student, you should know this formula. I think most of you know this formula, na? Sum of first
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We
sir.
know, but
But
I
in
just
the
had a
exam they will
doubt if
give.
we can add n plus
In the
1.
exam they will give you.
Sir,
Huh.
sir, we can prove by AP now, sir.
AP we can prove, but now different method. By mathematical induction, how we can prove. Okay. So
So
any
they can even give a wrong formula and tell us to prove that it's
wrong formula, then
right?
mathematical induction we cannot prove, na student. We can prove only right formulas.
Sir, we
na.
can show that it's not correct.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Can
No,
they give like that?
no, they will not give like that. They will say correct formula only. Okay. So now, any other doubt is there? We assume the theorem or the formula as P of n. Any doubt in that, you say?
No, sir.
Then what is the first step? Prove that the formula, the theorem is true for n is equal to 1. Let n is equal to 1. So n is equal to 1. This theorem is true. We have to prove. So how to prove? Proof left hand side is equal to
Right hand side.
n is equal to 1 means first term. What is left hand side value? N is equal to 1. 1 means first
One
term.
itself. One itself.
How much? For n is equal to 1 means first term. Anybody has doubt? Left hand side is 1. Tell student, girls tell.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Right hand side, what is n is equal to 1? Put n is equal to 1 right hand side. What you will get?
We will
One
get
only.
1 plus
2
1
by 2,
by
that's
2.
1.
2 by 2 is equal to 1. So left hand side is 1. Right hand side is 1. Therefore, what is the conclusion? P of 1 is true. Over. First step is over. This much anybody can do. Anybody can do means out of 5 marks, they can get easily 2 marks still here. Not here, one more step. Every sum, this only you have to do. So whoever has doubt can ask me. Please ask me. We have to prove the theorem is true for n is equal to 1. 1 means first term on the left side. So 1. Right side means put n is equal to 1. So we got 1 only. So you can copy till here. Then we'll proceed. Copy till here. Any doubt also you can ask me. Every sum, same method. Copy down. P of 1 is true over first step. Shall I erase the board?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now what
No,
is
sir.
the
No, sir. No, sir. Don't.
okay? What is the second step, student? Hey, what
P
is
of
Let
k
n is
should
P
equal
of k
to
should be 2.
should we know? Assume that P of k is true. Assume. Shall I erase some part of the board down? Shall I erase? No. Shall I erase?
So you can erase.
Now second step, assume. No reason for that. Assume that, we will assume that P of n is, assume that P of k is true.
Sir, can
Tell
we
me.
derive any formula using this?
No, derive no. Only I told in the beginning now why we use mathematical induction. Mathematical induction is the method to prove certain theorem or to establish the validity of certain formula. So they will give some formula, we have to only prove it. We cannot derive and all.
Okay,
We can say it is true, that much only. Assume that P
Sir,
of n is true. Tell me.
It's P of k, right?
When n is equal to k, that
is
is
the reverse process.
P of k is true. Okay. You can write in short also. We assume that the given statement is true when n is equal to k. That is P of k is true. Write down. Assume that P of n is true when n is equal to k. That is P of k is true. You can directly write. Assume that P of k is true. I think Bhushan is telling something.
Sir, is the reverse possible? Like from n bracket n plus 1 by 2, we can show that this sum of all natural
No,
numbers.
but this is the general method of how to prove by mathematical induction. So let us complete this, then we can discuss some other method. Okay, now, so I think this much is over now, and doubt is there. Assume that P of k is true. Any doubt is there, student?
No, sir.
So
What is P of k? Tell me. What is P of
I
k?
have one point here.
Tell
Like,
me.
sir, from mathematical induction only we are getting AP, GP, and HP, sir, because in NCERT there are some questions based on GP relations. Like
Yeah, because this is very
some
easy
fruit
method and
and
very
so on.
tough sums also we can do by this method. Let us focus on the method. So now girls will tell what is P of K. N is how much K. So what I should write P of K as? Girls tell me P of K how much?
1.
What? P of K how much?
2.
What 2? P of K. In the place of N, I should write K. Correct? Na?
Yeah, so shouldn't it be 1?
In the place of N, I should write what? K na? So I wrote P of K is equal to, K means how many terms? K terms.
And
So
N
1
terms.
plus 2 plus 3 plus till where? K. Because N is K na. Ask me some doubt.
So why do we exactly do this step?
That is the method now what we can do. And I told you how we can say by this method that it is true for all natural number. You can ask some doubt now if you have. You can. What doubt you have? N is equal to K means what I should write? P of K 1 plus 2 plus 3 here K. Right side will become how much?
K into K plus
K
1 by
into
2.
K into K plus 1. So do we have to prove this or this is correct only?
So this is the same.
It's correct only, no sir.
Correct. We have assumed now. Assume that P of 1 is true. So this is true. This is first equation. And this is correct. We have assumed. Now what is the last step? We need to prove that. We need to prove that. What we need to prove?
K plus 1.
P of K plus 1.
P of K plus 1 is true. Now student, what is P of K plus 1? In the place of N, what I should write?
K plus
Sir,
1.
I have
Write
a
K
doubt.
plus 1. Tell me.
So
girl.
why can't we just assume that P of N plus 1 is, why can't we just prove
This is
that
the
P of
method,
N plus
student.
1 is
Now
true?
this way they have made. Assume that the P of N is true for some natural number K and prove that it is true for K plus 1. That is the format now. If you want to say assume for K plus 1 and prove for K plus 2, that is also okay. But why you want to do some other way when they have?
No. I'm asking like, why can't we simply prove that P of N plus 1 is true? Why do we need to take K?
I will tell you. So we need to, I will tell you that one. We need to prove that P of K plus 1 is true. Tell me what is P of K plus 1?
P of N plus 1.
Is how much?
It is 1 plus 2 plus
1 plus
dot K plus
student who
1.
has asked a doubt, I will tell the doubt, don't worry. So 3 till where? What is right here?
K plus 1.
K plus 1 is equal to right side how much? Right side?
K plus 1 into
K plus 1, 2
K
terms
plus
means
2
I will
by
put bracket, then K plus,
2.
shall I write 2 or something else I write? This is second equation. I have to prove second equation. Now how I can prove second equation? With the help of
First.
first equation. So the basic thing is we have to prove P of K plus 1 with the help of P of K. If P of K is not there, there is no point we can prove P of K plus 1 is true now. Because to prove P of K plus 1, we need this information that P of K is correct. Now student, what you do, it is my advice that in P of K plus 1, write few terms before this. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 K plus 1. What is the previous term? K plus 1, what is the previous term? That also write.
K.
K. So shall I write K also? Okay. Now I'll tell 2 times. We need to prove second equation with the help of first equation. First equation is correct. There is no controversy there. We have assumed it is correct. And we have to prove second equation with the help of first equation. We have to prove second equation with the help of first equation. From first, what we can write? What is the value of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus K? What is the value?
K plus K into K plus 1.
In the place of this, shall I substitute? K into K plus 1 by 2, shall I substitute?
Yes, sir. Yes,
so what I should
sir.
write now?
K square plus K by.
No, K into K plus 1 by 2. This is the value of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus K. I got from first now. And what is left now?
K plus
plus
1.
K plus 1.
And that we need to prove equal to this we have to prove K plus 1. Don't touch the right hand side. That we need to prove. Only working on the left hand side. What we can do? What working we can do here?
LCM.
LCM.
LCM. Don't open the bracket. We have to bring as it is in the right hand side. Take LCM on the left side. LCM is what will come? Tell me. What will come? LCM.
K into K
plus 1 to bracket K plus 1. Doubt? This you keep as it is. Now student, what is common factor? Nothing
K plus
common.
1.
K plus 1 common factor. K plus 1 went out. What is remaining?
K plus 2.
Is it same or not? Both are same now. Hello?
Yes.
Over. The sum is over. You will get 3-4 marks for this. Over sum. Copy down and then we will discuss more. Copy down, then we'll discuss. P of 1 is true. P of K is true. Implies P of, copy down, then we'll discuss. P of 1 is true. Every sum you have to write this one. P of 1 is true. P of K is true implies P of K plus 1 is true. Therefore, P of N is true for all N belong. Therefore, by principle of mathematical induction, this way you can write, your school teacher will give more marks. Mathematical induction, P of N is true for all N belong natural. This last lines are same for all sums. So that you are, okay. Bhushan, you can say something to me. You can ask some doubt.
Sir, it's more like verification, sir.
Verification. Or but in the later part, I even explained how we can say that it is true for all natural numbers. They do not understand how we can argue that this statement is actually correct for all natural number. Have you understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Will I explain once again how we can say? Because P of K is true means P of K plus 1 is true. But in the beginning only we have proved P of 1 is true. So P of 1 is true means P of 2 has to be correct. P of 2 is correct means P of 3 has to be correct. P of 3 is correct means P of 4 has to be correct. So this statement is correct for all natural number. And that only we have to prove now. Is this formula correct? Yes, it is correct for all natural number. Other students can ask some doubts. The people who are preparing only for boards, they can ask some doubt. And one girl has asked me why we have to assume P of K is true. Because student, then only the logic is now. Because our argument is based on P of K is, because whenever we are assuming P of K is true, then we are proving P of K plus 1 is true. Then only we can say now, in the beginning we have proved P of 1 is true, then P of 2 is also true. If we don't follow this procedure, how we can say that P of 1 is true implies P of 2 is true? Tell me, student. Hello?
Sir, I still don't understand.
What is the point? Tell me.
Sir, my question was, why can't we just use N, and why do we need to assume K? Like we can prove that P of N is true, and then P of N plus 1 is also true, right?
N means that only N means natural number. So we have proved that it is true, assume that it is true for some integer K. And then we have proved that it is true for K plus 1. Suppose you are saying some other method, that method may be correct. I don't want to go to that, but this is the procedure to find, this is the procedure by which we can prove by mathematical induction. What is wrong in this method? You tell me that first.
Nothing is wrong, sir.
Then correct. So there can be some other method you are saying, even that may be correct, but even this is correct now. So this is the procedure for proving that sum by mathematical induction. Assume that the statement is true for some integer n is equal to k, and assuming that, prove that it is also true for K plus 1. If you're doing that, then only we can argue now that we have proved for P of 1 is true. Then it has to be true for P of 2 also. Why? Because whenever it is true for P of K, the formula is true for K plus 1. Correct? Then only we can argue in that way. Say something.
Yes, sir.
If you do 2-3 more sums, you can digest this concept. That P of k is true means the next natural number P of k plus 1 has to be true. Though P of 1 is true means P of 2 has to be true. P of 2 is true means P of 3 has to be true. Shall I erase the board or somebody else want to ask some doubt?
Sir.
Tell me.
So after this chapter, which chapter will you be
Complex
teaching,
number.
sir?
Shall I
Okay,
erase
sir.
the board? Shall I erase the board completely? Give some reply. Shall I erase the board
Yes, sir,
completely?
you can erase.
Now we will do the first sum of NCRT. First sum of NCRT, but be assured, all sum has to be done by same method. There's no other method. Means no twist and turn. This easy chapter. So that's why I will give more homework so you can do. See the exercise 4.1, page number 94. Main sum is proof by using principle of, in the exam also they'll say, proof by the principle of mathematical induction. First sum of NCRT. 1 plus 3 plus 3 square 3 to power n minus 1 is equal to 3 to power n minus 1 by 2. This is the result, and we have to prove this result is correct for all natural number. Mathematical induction can be used for only those formulas in which natural number is involved. 1 plus 3, don't get confused, 1 plus 3. Let me do two sums, then you can do any number of sums. Shall I start the sum? Students, shall I start the sum?
So
Yes,
1
sir.
minute,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
1 minute. 1 minute.
What is the first step?
P of 1 is true.
No. Assume this statement as P of n. Let P of n is equal to colon this statement. The statement which we need to prove, we have to assume as P of n. Very good. Now, prove this statement is true when n is equal to 1. When n is equal to 1. N is equal to 1 means for n is equal to 1, we have to prove left hand side is equal to right hand side. N is equal to 1 means first term. What is the first term on left hand side? What is the first term on left hand side?
1.
1.
What is right hand side value? Substitute
1.
n is equal to 1. So it will be
1.
3 to power 1 minus 1 by 2 is equal to 3 minus 1 by 2. 2 by 2 is equal to 1. Left hand side is equal to right hand side is equal to 1. Therefore, P of 1 is true. Over first step. Copy down. P of 1 is true. Copy down. Then assume that the given statement is true for some positive integer k. Assume that. Copy fast, student. If somebody does this much also, they can get 1 marks.
Sir, but what's the point now? It's omitted.
Tell again.
Scoring chapter is omitted now.
I forgot that it is deleted from your course. But before, one question will definitely come in the exam. So easy. Shall I erase the board this much?
Sir,
No,
just a
sir.
Yes,
second.
sir.
Just a minute.
Over. Over.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the next step? Assume that P of n is true. Let us assume that, write down this all stuff. Let us assume that P of n is correct, is true when n is equal to k. That is, P of k is true. Or you can write directly also. But you have to know how to write P of k. P of k, very simple. From the given statement, wherever n is written, there you write k, you will get P of k. So what is P of k? P of k colon, right? In the place of n, write k, that much only. So what I should write? People pay attention, will not understand. 1 plus 3 square, 3 to power k minus 1 is equal to 3 to power k minus 1 by 3 by 2. This is correct, student. We don't have to prove this. We have assumed that this is correct. This is first equation. Now people don't copy. We need to prove that P of k plus 1 is true. And what is P of k plus 1? Means in the place of n, substitute k plus 1, that much only. So substitute P of, write P of k plus 1. People don't copy. 1 plus 3 plus 2 sums you understand, then you can do all the sums. What should I tell me? Help me here. 3 to power, what is k plus 1 here?
K plus 1 minus
3
K
plus k plus
K.
1 minus 1. 3 to power k. And what is right hand side? 3 to power
plus 1.
K plus 1.
minus 1 by 2. This is second equation. Second equation we need to prove with the help of first equation. But as I told you, in P of k plus 1, write the previous term on the left hand side. See here, 3 square. What is previous term? 3. And here 3 to power 0. 3 to power k. What is the previous term?
3 to power k minus
Also
1.
this will be the previous term. 3 to power k minus 1. So now student, from first equation, do we not know the value of this much terms? We know value or not? 1 plus 3 plus 3 square. Correct? Now we know the value now. What is the value?
To the power k minus
Substitute
1.
here, that much only now. 3 to power k minus 1 by 2. What is left? 3 to power k. This expression we have to prove that is equal to right hand side. 3 to power k plus 1 minus 1 by 2. Right hand side don't touch. Somehow, even that I told you, we have to prove P of k plus 1 is true by some mathematical logic or reasoning. So at the best, what we can do now? What we can do on the left hand side?
So
People. Nothing we can do
just
now.
check.
LCM, nothing else we can do. What is the LCM? 2 is the LCM. So what I should write? 3 to power k minus 1 plus, tell fast. Hey, what I should write? LCM.
6k. 6 to the power k.
Hey, 2 into 3 to
2
power
into
k.
3 power k. Sorry.
Correct, na student?
Yes, sir.
2 into 3 we cannot do. It has a power. We cannot multiply,
Oh,
student.
okay.
So right hand side we don't have to touch. So as it is. Now you know x plus x is 2x. Y plus y is 2y. So what is the value of 3 to power k plus 2 into 3 to power k? I think it is easy now.
3 into 3 power k.
Other people can understand now. So I teach other method to add this. 3 to power k, 1 into 3 to power k plus 2 into 3 to power k, 3 into 3 to power k minus 1. Shall I teach some other method to add this, or you can understand? Cannot understand?
So we can understand.
So I have one doubt. We can never cancel anything on both the sides, right?
No, we have to prove left hand side is equal to right hand side. So right hand side keep as it
Okay.
is, and left hand side you work it out and bring it to right hand side.
Okay.
Now you know law of indices. A to power m into a to power n, how much?
A
To
to
the
the
power
power
m.
m plus n.
Here 3 to power 1, 3 to power k. How much it becomes?
3 to power k plus 1.
And that is only the right hand side, na student. Correct? Na? That is only right hand side. Hence proved. Over. Chapter. Chapter no. Sum over.
I didn't understand that part.
Which one?
The
Here.
the part you just did.
This is over.
Yes, sir.
After this, you didn't understood?
No, sir.
This like terms. Here 3 to power k. Here 3 to power k. Shall I take common?
Yes, sir.
3 to power k went out. What is left?
3.
Hey, 3 to power k went out. What is left?
Oh. 1.
1. And here 2. So shall I write here 3?
Yes, sir.
Or shall I teach again?
No, sir. Understood.
Now 3 to power 1 and 3 to power k, the power will not get add up.
Yes, sir. It will.
So power will get add up. So we will not get this much. Correct na? Tell student. 3 to
Yes.
power 1 into 3 to power k, 3 to power k plus 1. So over. Hence proved. Oh, I rubbed also. Hence proved. Hence proved means what? Okay. Therefore, we have proved P of 1 is true. P of, shall I erase the board?
No, sir.
Okay. Write down that same statement, student. P of 1 is true, P of k is true, implies P of k plus 1 is true. P of 1 is true. This you should write always. P of k is true, implies P of k plus 1 is true. Therefore, by principle of mathematical induction, don't be lazy, write all this. Mathematical induction, P of n is true for all n belong natural number. Right hand side, don't disturb. Work it on left hand side and prove that is equal to right hand side.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, is the reverse not possible? Like we are given a series, so we can find a formula for which it's defined. Either it's not possible.
How it is possible? You only suggest the method.
Sir, I don't know, but for the sum of squares and sum of natural numbers, its proofs are there, no, sir.
Proofs are there. So no, we can prove this result by other method also. Now just we are proving how we can do the sum by mathematical induction. Other proofs also there. But you are saying some reverse thing to do now.
I mean, the reverse is to prove the series is equal to the RHS without doing mathematical induction.
It is possible. Some other method you are saying now. Yeah, it is possible. Even I also know how to prove by other methods like square, sum of cube. Even I will teach you if you want someday when we study sequence and series. Other methods also there. But now our aim is to prove the same results by mathematical induction. This is also one method now. An easy method, see. Shall I raise the board? Hello. Hey, shall I raise or not? No?
Yes, sir, you can.
Now student, okay, I will do the very next sum so that you can get more confidence. What is the very next sum or which sum I should do? Tell me.
Yeah, could you do the last few sums?
24.
No, not exactly like in the end, but 1 minute.
Shall I do second sum? Then you can tell me other sums. Any sum you can
Yes,
tell.
sir.
I will do.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Second sum I will do so that you can get more confidence. It is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus n cube is equal to, even this formula you have to memorize, sum of cube. I think some of you know also these formulas. Sum of cube of natural number, sum of square of natural number. Sometimes it is used in this doing sums, but this sum will be given in the exam. Again, how to proceed? The given statement, the given theorem which we have to prove, assume as P of n. Let P of n is equal to 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube n cube is equal to n plus 1 by 2 whole square. Then prove that it is true for n is equal to 1. When n is equal to 1, this statement is true. So what is left hand side? N is equal to 1 means first term. What is first term, student?
1 itself.
1 cube, that is 1. Right hand side means in the place of n put 1. So what you will get? 1 plus 1 by 2 whole square. So 2 by 2 whole square. So you will get 1 square. So you will get 1. Left hand side is equal to right hand side is equal to 1. Therefore, P of 1 is true. Over. P of 1 is true. In the place of n, write 1. That much only. Shall I erase the board?
No, sir, 1 minute.
Is it over?
Yes, sir.
Now, again, same procedure. It is repetition only. Let us assume that P of k is true, means n is equal to k. So in the place of n, substitute k. So what is P of k? Wherever n is written, there you write k, that much only. 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus k cube, and then here it will be k plus 1 by 2 whole square. This is first equation. So this is correct. No argument in that. We need to prove. What we need to prove? We need to prove that P of k plus 1 is true, and P of k plus 1 is true has to be proved with the help of P of k. But what is P of k plus 1? P of k plus 1 means wherever n is written, there you write k plus 1. So what is P of k plus 1? 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube. Last term will be, write properly in the place of n, k plus 1 whole cube. Right hand side also, wherever n is there, you write k plus 1. So I should write k plus 1. Then here k plus 1 plus 1. So it will become k plus 2. Denominator 2, and this full whole square. This is second equation. But as I told you, in P of k plus 1, you write the previous term also. Pay attention now. What we have, see here, 3 cube. Before that 2 cube. Before that 1 cube. So now we have k plus 1 cube. So what will be the previous term?
K cube.
K cube, that much only. So take help of first equation and prove the second equation. So from first equation, what we can do, we can substitute the value of 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus k cube. So what we got now? So we got k plus 1 by 2 whole square plus this term is there, k plus 1 whole cube. Right hand side, we have to prove this left hand side is equal to right hand side. Right hand side don't disturb anything. Now student, you tell me, till here we didn't apply any brain only. Anybody can do till here, and if it comes in exam we can earn marks. Till here we have something wrong, I don't know, correct. So till here we didn't apply any brain, all the same method. But now after this only we have to apply brain. After this only people get struggle. Copy down this much, then I will proceed.
So should we like open the bracket?
No, whatever you do, you can open the bracket also, but it is my advice, don't open the bracket. Proof as it is that left hand side is equal to right hand side. How right hand side is there, that only you bring. If you open the bracket, means nothing you do now. It is correct only. Open the bracket, easily you can get the answer.
Sir, just take common, sir, you will get it.
Even that is also easy. Now what happens, student? Proof it. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. I am proofing it. Pay attention. Here plus is there. Plus is there means we should take. What we should take?
LCM.
LCM. Nothing we can do.
We can do, no sir.
LCM 2. So what it becomes? K square. K plus 1 whole square plus 2k plus 1 whole cube. LCM. Right hand side as it is. K plus 1. K plus 2. See right hand side where we have to arrive the answer. Where we have to, this result we have to arrive. Now how many terms we have on left hand side? 2 terms. Which factor is common on the left hand side?
K plus 1 whole square.
K plus 1 whole square. Or something wrong we did. No.
So will it not be 4 in the denominator?
4? 4 only now. We did wrong here. 4 will come, student. This is whole square.
Because it
now.
is whole square. Yeah.
No, you are correct. I am wrong. So I write one more. No, it's correct. 4 only, student. I was little casual. It is 4 only. 2 square 4. Don't get confused. It is 2 square. So it will be k square k plus 1 whole square by 4 k plus 1 whole cube. Then you take LCM. And here k plus 1 k plus 2 by 2 whole square. Then you take LCM. LCM is 4. Till here, any doubt is there? Do you have any doubt till here? What is common factor? K plus 1 whole square. K plus 1 whole square went outside. What is remaining? K square plus 4 is remaining. And k plus 1 whole cube, k plus 1 whole square went out. So what is remaining? K plus 1 by 4. And right hand side is as it is. K plus 1, k plus 2 by 2 whole square. Now what we can do on the left hand side, student? What we can do on the left hand side?
Open the internal bracket.
This bracket we will open. K square plus 4k plus 4 by 4. K plus 1, k plus 2. Some working is there in the last. Now, if somebody is little intelligent, they can understand. Is this a perfect square? K square 4k 4.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
K plus 2 whole square. Correct na?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or you can do one more step. And I think this is only the right hand side na, student. This is only right hand side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So proof over. This is only proof. This is k square plus 4k plus 4 is k plus 2 whole square. Although we want to bring k plus 2 whole square, so it will come only. So then again write P of 1 is true. Then what we have proved? We have assumed P of k is true. That implies P of k plus 1 is true. Whenever P of k is true means P of k plus 1 is true. Therefore, by principle of mathematical induction, we can say P of n is true, correct, for all n belong natural number. Is there anyone who need to ask something to me? If you see your textbook, even if you have PDF, till 17th sum, we have done first 2 sums, but till 17 sums exactly same. You try as much you can do. We will discuss tomorrow, student, or somebody wants to discuss now only something. Anybody has doubt till now? Pratik? Pratik? No, Pratik. What
No
doubt
doubt.
you have? No doubt, na?
No doubt, sir.
So at least till 10 some you people try and come. I will help you tomorrow. Same only.
Sir,
tell
next
me.
class, could we do few example questions? Is there in NCERT?
So
Just
if
the
you
example one is different.
is difficult sum in example?
Few of them, sir.
We'll do. We'll do whatever you say, I will do. So now, but quickly we have to complete this chapter because nothing more is there, all some same method. So quickly we have to complete the chapter. Not tomorrow means at least Monday. We have to complete this exercise plus what happened even in competitive exam, they will not ask for lengthy method, na student. This is MCQ. So there are different types of sum, easy sums only. So we will do few MCQ also, but obviously MCQ, when we do MCQ means this method is not applicable. Thereby options we will verify. It is easy only. So shall we dismiss the class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So try some sums and tomorrow we'll see what to do. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Happy Friendship Day to all of you.
Happy Friendship Day, guys.
Same to all of you.
Same to you.